Deep down, each of us dreams that our words carry weight, that we are listened to not just out of politeness, but with genuine attention, and most importantly, that we are respected. This is a fundamental human need to feel valuable, significant, and to be recognized in our environment. We want our ideas to be taken seriously, our opinions to be considered, and our presence to be felt as something important and necessary. From childhood, we are taught that respect is a kind of reward that must be earned. We often assume that it comes with years, with achievements, with a position or status. We think that the more accolades we have, the more we climb the career or social ladder, the more we will be valued, and the more power we will have over the minds and actions of others. Recall typical American films or success stories. A hero who starts from scratch, works hard, reaches the top of the corporate ladder, earns titles, diplomas, awards, and only then does universal respect come to them. Or a renowned doctor whose articles are published in prestigious journals and whose opinion is considered an axiom. The logic is simple: earn a title, gain recognition, and respect will follow naturally. This paradigm is deeply rooted in our consciousness. We strive for external attributes of success, believing that they are the key to a world of influence and reverence. We see politicians, businessmen, celebrities with obvious power, and we think they command respect because they are at the top. But what if there's a simpler and faster way? What if you don't have to wait decades, accumulate millions, or reach the presidential chair for people to start listening to you with deference? What if there's a certain word, or more precisely, a specific approach to communication, a unique manner of expressing thought, that instantly ignites a spark of respect in the eyes of the interlocutor, regardless of your position, experience, or the number of diplomas on your wall? This sounds almost like magic, like a secret password that opens doors to the hearts and minds of others. However, we will discuss that this is not a magic spell or a cunning manipulation, not an attempt to deceive or exploit others' weaknesses. It's much deeper. It's a scientifically proven, deeply ingrained psychological mechanism that compels people not just to mechanically hear your words, but to truly listen to you, to trust you, and to acknowledge your true worth. This phenomenon is based on a deep human instinct to seek authority and competence. In conditions of uncertainty or complexity, we naturally gravitate towards those who seem knowledgeable, confident, and capable of offering a clear solution. If you are able to transmit these qualities through your speech, through your manner of communication, you automatically activate this mechanism of respect in others. It's like an invisible key that unlocks the door to attention and recognition, regardless of your formal position or accumulated experience. Let's look at how this can manifest in everyday life, in various situations where formal titles do not play the main role. Example from office life ***. Imagine a typical morning at an American tech company in Silicon Valley. A team of developers is in a meeting discussing a complex bug in the code. The discussion has been going on for half an hour. Everyone is guessing, suggesting different, often contradictory, solutions. The atmosphere is heating up, time is ticking away. A young intern, Sarah, who has only been with the company for a couple of months, is sitting in the room. She doesn't have much experience, she doesn't hold an official position that would give her equal say with the lead engineers. But then she calmly raises her hand. When she is given the floor, she, without raising her voice, clearly and concisely states, "I think the problem is in the database architecture. Specifically in how the asynchronous request to the user's table is handled. If we adjust the error handler there, it might solve the problem." Her words were not long, not emotional, but extremely precise and confident. She wasn't asking, she was stating a fact. She didn't offer many options, but pointed to a specific cause and solution. At that moment, everyone in the room, including experienced engineers and the manager, fell silent. They immediately felt that her words were not just a guess, but knowledge. Sparks of respect ignited in their eyes. Perhaps they weren't 100% sure she was right yet, but the tone, precision, and confidence of her phrase made them listen. After checking, it turned out Sarah was correct. It was this phrase, this formulation of knowledge, that instantly elevated her authority in the eyes of the team much faster than months of work. Example from community activities ***. Imagine a residents meeting in a Boston neighborhood discussing the problem of street lighting. Many are complaining, shouting, expressing indignation, but no one offers concrete actions. And then an elderly woman, Mrs. Smith, who is not a board member and has no formal authority, speaks up. She calmly waits for the noise to subside, then says, "I spoke with the city's public works department. They offered 2 options for funding the replacement of the streetlights, either through the local budget if we collect 500 signatures by next week, or through a private partnership if we find a sponsor by the end of the month. I have the signature form prepared, it's with me. And I have the contacts of 3 potential sponsors we could try calling." She didn't raise her voice, she didn't shout. Her words were simple, but each phrase carried specific information, the result of actions, and a clear plan. She didn't just complain. She had already done the work, gathered information, and proposed 2 concrete solutions backed by real steps. At that moment, the people in the room weren't just listening, they were impressed. They felt that they were not facing just another disgruntled resident, but a person who understood the situation, possessed information, and was capable of acting. Her words ignited respect because they demonstrated competence, initiative, and a readiness to act, not just emotional statements. Example from everyday life ***. You arrive at a car repair shop in Texas where they are trying to explain why your car repair will cost a hefty sum. The mechanic talks a lot, using complex technical terms you don't understand. You feel confused and uncertain. But then another mechanic, Jack, who might have just been passing by, intervenes. He listens for a minute, then turning to you, calmly says, "See this part? That's the engine control unit. The problem isn't the wiring. It's that a capacitor inside that controls fuel delivery has burned out. You can see the leaks right here. Replacing the capacitor is an hour's work, while replacing the whole unit is 4. I'd start with the capacitor." His words, delivered with complete confidence and extreme clarity, instantly inspire trust. He doesn't just use jargon, he explains the essence of the problem and offers a logical solution, pointing to specific signs. You feel that he understands what he's talking about. Your respect for him doesn't stem from his position, you don't even know what it is, but from his ability to instantly identify the root of the problem and explain it in plain language, demonstrating deep knowledge of his craft. All these examples lead us to the key idea. This special approach to communication that instantly commands respect is not an accident or a result of charisma in its pure form. It's a deeply rooted psychological mechanism that activates when you demonstrate clear and confident knowledge, as well as competence through your speech. People subconsciously seek authority, especially in situations of uncertainty. And if you can speak with conviction and clarity, they naturally tend to respect you because it signals your ability to solve problems, be a reliable source of information, and make sound decisions. It's not about being the loudest or the most assertive. It's about being the most clear and confident in your thoughts, because this confidence is based on deep understanding. In the next part, we will delve into what constitutes this formulation of knowledge and how it combines precision, confidence, conciseness, and the ability to get straight to the point to instantly command respect. We've established that we all crave respect, but traditional paths to it, years of hard work, high positions, or impressive achievements, are not always the only or fastest way to earn it. Now, let's delve into the essence of this word that instantly ignites a spark of respect in the eyes of the interlocutor. In reality, it's not a single specific word, not a magic spell to utter for a desired effect. It's rather a specific way of expressing thought, a unique manner of communication that conveys clear and confident knowledge. This isn't about aggression, dominating the conversation, attempting to suppress the interlocutor, or manipulating them. On the contrary, it's about a clear, concise, and precise formulation that demonstrates your competence and unwavering self-confidence. People subconsciously seek authority, especially in situations of uncertainty when they lack information or feel lost. In moments of confusion, when there's no clear answer, our brains naturally gravitate towards those who seem knowledgeable, confident, and capable of offering a clear solution. If you can transmit these qualities through your speech, through your communication style, you automatically activate this mechanism of respect in others. You become the beacon they turn to in the fog of doubt. Recall a meeting at a large American tech company in Silicon Valley where a long, convoluted, and seemingly endless discussion about a new marketing strategy is underway. Everyone speaks a lot, but without specifics. Proposals are vague, arguments intertwine. And then a person, who perhaps had been sitting silently until then, calmly yet firmly and with utmost clarity, formulates the problem and proposes a solution. They don't shout, don't gesture wildly, don't try to interrupt. They simply say, "I think we're missing the main point." Our target audience, Gen Z, doesn't respond to traditional advertising. They need an interactive experience. If we launch a viral campaign on TikTok integrated with their favorite challenges, we can achieve 10 times the reach for the same money. At that moment, they instantly command everyone's attention. Their words aren't just an opinion, they sound like a statement based on knowledge and deep understanding. Sparks of respect ignite in their eyes. Perhaps they weren't 100% sure of their correctness yet, but the tone, precision, and confidence of their phrase made them listen. After checking, it turned out Sarah was correct. It was this phrase, this formulation of knowledge, that instantly elevated her authority in the eyes of the team much faster than months of work. Or consider how an experienced mechanic at a car repair shop in a small Midwestern town explains a complex car breakdown to you. Instead of using incomprehensible jargon or vague phrases like, "Something's wrong with the engine," he calmly and clearly says, "The problem is that the oil pump isn't creating enough pressure for oil circulation due to a worn seal. We'll replace the entire pump as well as the filter to prevent recurrence. This will take about 3 hours." His authority is unquestionable. You feel that he knows his job, that he's not trying to deceive you but honestly and competently explaining the problem. His formulation of knowledge is built on several key principles. 1. Precision, not vagueness. ***. When we speak precisely, we eliminate any ambiguity. Vague phrases like, "well, kind of, sort of," or "I think something's wrong there" instantly undermine trust. Precision requires a deep understanding of the subject. You call things by their proper names, use correct terminology, yet explain them in an understandable way. This demonstrates your expertise and confidence. For example, instead of "the project isn't going very well," it's much more effective to say, "Project X is delayed by 2 weeks due to unforeseen technical difficulties with integrating module Y. The first phrase raises questions and uncertainty. The second instantly provides a clear picture and allows you to move on to finding a solution rather than figuring out the essence of the problem. This demonstrates that you are not just expressing an opinion, but possess a deep understanding of the subject. 2. Confidence, not mumbling. ***. Your manner of speaking holds immense importance. Mumbling, a hesitant tone of voice, constant uhs and ums, and avoiding eye contact, all these signal insecurity even if you know the subject perfectly. Confidence is manifested in a firm voice, calm posture, direct gaze, and the absence of unnecessary filler words. It's not about aggression, but about an inner conviction in your words. Imagine a lawyer in court who speaks haltingly and uncertainly. Would you trust them? Now imagine them uttering a key phrase clearly, loudly, looking directly into the judge's or jury's eyes. Even if the meaning of the words is the same, the perception will be radically different. Confidence conveys that you believe what you are saying, and this makes others believe you. 3. Conciseness, not verbosity. ***. In our time, when information pours in from all sides, the ability to express your thoughts concisely and to the point is worth its weight in gold. Verbosity is often perceived as an attempt to hide a lack of deep knowledge, an inability to formulate the main idea, or simply idle chatter. When you speak concisely, each of your words gains additional weight. You respect the interlocutor's time, and this evokes reciprocal respect. This doesn't mean you should be stingy with words, but every word should be in its place and carry meaning. Imagine a successful entrepreneur meeting with investors in New York. They won't read a 50-page business plan. They will present key metrics and their strategy in a few clear, well-calibrated sentences. Our product solves problem X using technology Y, which allows us to enter market Z with profitability P, outpacing competitors by 2 years. Such conciseness demonstrates that they see the big picture, can cut out the unnecessary, and value everyone's time. 4. Ability to get to the essence, not getting lost in details. This is perhaps the most crucial principle. The precise formulation of knowledge is not just a collection of facts, but the ability to highlight the main point, identify the root of the problem or the key advantage, cutting out all unnecessary details. In complex situations, many people get lost in the minutiae, but a person capable of extracting the core idea, formulating it simply and clearly, wields enormous influence. Recall how an experienced consultant, invited to a large company in Chicago, after several hours of reviewing documentation and talking with employees, utters just one phrase. Your problem is not a lack of clients, but an inefficient customer retention process at the post-sales service stage. This phrase, like a ray of light, pierces the fog of uncertainty, and everyone present feels, that's it, the solution. They didn't get lost in the weeds, they named the main cause. Thus, this formulation of knowledge is a combination of these 4 elements. It demonstrates that you are not just expressing your opinion based on emotions or guesses, but possess a deep, structural understanding of the subject. When you speak in this way, you subconsciously activate the authority effect in the interlocutor. They begin to perceive you as a reliable source of information, as a person capable of leadership whom they can listen to. This is not manipulation, but a natural reaction of the human psyche to clarity, confidence, and competence. True respect comes not from pressing others, but from radiating knowledge and confidence that allows them to feel safer and clearer in your presence. In the next, concluding part of the article, we will discuss how to cultivate these qualities within yourself and how these instant signals of respect can change your life. In the next, concluding part of the article, we will discuss how to cultivate these qualities within yourself and how these instant signals of respect can change your life. We have come a long way in our exploration of the word that ignites a spark of respect in the hearts and minds of people. We have discovered that it is not a magic spell, but a special approach to communication based on clear and confident knowledge manifested through precision, confidence, conciseness, and the ability to get straight to the point. We have seen how these qualities instantly activate the authority effect, making people not just listen, but truly pay attention to you, regardless of your formal position. Now it's time to summarize and understand how you can cultivate these powerful qualities within yourself to become a person whose opinion is valued and whose words are trusted. In conclusion, we emphasize that this word is not a label or status that can be obtained, put on like a uniform, or pinned on like a badge. It is not something that can be bought or stolen. It is an internal quality that manifests in your way of speaking and acting. It is the ability to radiate confidence based not on arrogance or boastful bravado, but on deep knowledge and absolute clarity of thought. When you truly understand the subject, when your thought is crystal clear, this clarity and confidence are automatically conveyed in your speech and behavior. The whole secret is that the authority effect, when you utter this word, or more precisely, exhibit these qualities, acts almost instantly, often within 30 seconds. The first impression of your confidence, precision, and clarity can completely change the attitude towards you. Our brain, like a sophisticated scanner, quickly processes many signals: tone of voice, speech rate, eye contact, posture, word choice, their structure. If these signals speak of inner strength and competence, the subconscious of the interlocutor immediately classifies you as a person deserving of respect and trust. This is not about forcing someone to respect you, ***, you do not coerce, threaten, or manipulate. It's about naturally eliciting this feeling by becoming a person whose opinion is valued and whose words are trusted. This is a fundamental difference from all forms of dark psychology or manipulations that are built on coercion and exploitation. Here, respect is born from the recognition of your true value. True respect does not come from ostentatious power, loud titles, or external gloss. It is born from the depth of your personality, from your ability to be competent, clear, and convincing. It stems from your ability to inspire others by your example and your knowledge. When you become such a person, people do not just mechanically obey, they want to follow you because they feel safer and more confident in your presence. How can you cultivate these qualities within yourself to develop this powerful word? 1. Continuous learning and deep immersion in the subject ***. The foundation of competence is knowledge. The deeper you understand your field, the more confidently and precisely you will be able to speak. Read, research, practice. Do not be afraid to admit when you don't know something, but strive to learn it. It is the depth of your knowledge that will allow you to see the essence of things and cut out the unnecessary. If you are an expert, you don't need many words to prove it. Your knowledge will speak for itself. 2. Practice clear and concise expression of thoughts ***. Knowing something is one thing, being able to explain it is quite another. Learn to formulate your thoughts clearly without unnecessary words. Write down your ideas, then shorten them, removing everything that does not carry direct meaning. Practice speaking in front of a mirror, in front of friends, in front of colleagues. Record yourself on video and analyze your speech. The more you train in concise and precise delivery of information, the easier it will be for you to do so in real situations. This will help you remove filler words and indecisive intonations. 3. Development of self-control and emotional stability ***. Confidence in speech is often a reflection of inner stability. In stressful situations or under emotional pressure, many lose clarity of thought and begin to speak incoherently. Work on managing your emotions. Practice mindfulness, breathing techniques to stay calm and composed. When you control your emotions, your voice becomes firmer and your words more precise. Recall the example of a crisis situation where a person maintained calmness and clarity. This is a manifestation of self-control. 4. Ability to listen to accurately understand the context ***. You will not be able to speak precisely and to the point if you do not understand what is actually being discussed or what the true needs of the interlocutor are. Active listening is not just waiting for your turn to speak. It is a deep immersion in what the other person is saying with the aim of understanding their motives, their point of view, their hidden questions. When you truly listen, you will be able to formulate your answer not only precisely but also as relevantly as possible, which will instantly increase your value in the eyes of the interlocutor. This will allow you to get to the essence without getting lost in the details. 5. Practice confident behavior ***. Your nonverbal communication plays a huge role in how your words are perceived. Straight posture, open body language, calm and direct eye contact, appropriate gestures, not too active but not stiff, all these are signals of confidence. Practice this. This is not ostentatious pride, but a transmission of inner strength and self-sufficiency. 6. Be ready for action ***. A word backed by action carries much more weight. If you talk about a solution, be ready to implement it. If you propose an idea, be ready to take responsibility for its realization. Your readiness to move from words to deeds enhances your authority and makes your word even more significant. In conclusion, it is worth saying, true power in communication lies not in the volume of words spoken, but in their quality and impact. The law of the word that commands respect is not a mystical secret, but a set of principles based on a deep understanding of human psychology. By applying them, you will not just learn to speak in a way that makes people listen. You will begin to be the person who is naturally respected, whose opinion is listened to, and whom people follow. This is a transformation that does not depend on external accolades, but entirely on your ability to radiate competence, clarity, and confidence in every word and action. Start applying these principles today, and you will be surprised how quickly the attitude of people around you changes.